Hello everyone and welcome to the 2015 year in review episode of Dani's Dishes. Woo! Yay! Awesome! I know you have all been on the edge of your seats waiting for this all year long. I know. You're welcome. So the year of 2015 has been insane, and I feel like that happens at the end of every year where you're just like, how did this happen? How did the last 365 or 366 days, if it's a leap year, happen? So let's figure out where to start. It's really hard. There's so many good things. You actually look back, and it was funny, as I'm getting ready for Star Wars in Disneyland in 2 weeks, I'm like, that trip to Disneyland was still in 2015. I feel like it was years and years ago, but it was actually 12 months ago. Clearly, that's how a year works. Welcome. Thank you. Here I am for math and how a calendar works. So here to help you all out. And if you haven't been able to figure out over the past, here at Dani's Dishes, I do not know how to edit video. So I just basically ramble on and then hit publish, and that is how Dani Dishes is born. There's no fancy intros. It's really just I'm going to ramble for a while in front of these lovely metals in my, clearly you can tell it's a bedroom. Hello, radiator. And that's how Dani Dishes is going to work. So thinking back on 2015, it has been an amazing year. There have been highs, there's been lows, as every year is going to have. Now, some of the cool things running wise, not only did I run the most mileage I've ever run, which is 1,682.9 miles. For those that don't know why I did that, it's because I had to figure out a 5th mileage goal for the year when I had about like 8 days to go. Then I realized that my birthday is 9/16/82, and I could just kind of maneuver those numbers around and make it work. So I ran 1,682.9 miles. Math dork. But that is what I did. That is over 500 miles more than I had run last year, which was my previous high. I also completed 54 races this year, including 3 marathons. And I did my first 2 ever relay races. So that was actually my big fitness goal for this year, was to try my first ever Ragnar! And I had a blast. And so the funny thing was, so as a blogger, I was asked often to do a relay race. And I was like, I am never going to do a relay race with people I don't know. So I ended up doing a relay race with people I don't know. The only person I knew was Daisha from My Roots to Grow. The other 10 people, I had no idea who they were outside of social media. And it was an amazing freaking experience. I had so much fun with our group. It was a team of 12 that had lost over 1,500 pounds, and it was amazing. Every person taught me something, made me a better person, and overall the experience was something that I could never recreate. So that was my big fitness goal. And then I had the honor of doing a second relay race. I did Reach the Beach with Team New Balance in September, which was such a cool experience. I really want to thank New Balance for picking me and letting me be part of the team, part of #NB Girls Run Beta. And it was such a cool experience to run with some amazing bloggers from New York and Boston. That was, again, another instance where I didn't really know a lot of the bloggers on the team, so it was great time to meet some new people and to really be able to talk about, some were weight loss bloggers, some were fitness, so it was really great to meet bloggers from New York and Boston. It was such a cool thing. Plus, I ran some of the fastest miles I had ever run in some of the toughest conditions I had run in. And speaking of hard conditions, the 3 marathons I did this year were all in very different weather. I was lucky enough and honored enough to run my 3rd Boston Marathon with Teddy's team in honor of the Stroke Association, and to be able to surpass $25,000 raised to fight stroke over the past 3 years is something that I could not have done without each and every one of you. So thank you for doing the virtual races with me and for really being able to support me as well as my stroke heroes, so thank you for that. For those that don't know, Boston was torrential downpours. I never knew a $2.50 poncho would come in so freaking handy. But that was a race where literally, I think Paige and I smiled from footstep 1 to footstep 4 billion by the time we finished. It was a blast and one of the best experiences of my life. I feel like I say that a lot, but seriously, this year has had some amazing fitness activities and new goals that I didn't think were possible. In May, I got to run with my girl Sarah from Mom Running on Empty and Lindsay from Sharp Endurance, as well as Sarah's husband Rob at Rock and Roll San Diego Marathon, where I had the pleasure and honor of helping Sarah run her marathon PR. It was so much fun, and it was such a different mindset focusing on someone else's goals. I mean, usually I don't tend to run with time goals, so I'm just out there to take photos and to really just selfie a lot and have a good time and celebrate health, and I don't always have time goals. So this was interesting, being able to focus on someone else's goals. And we were able to get her a PR, which was awesome. And then the final marathon was Savannah. It was supposed to be my goal race. I was going to have my second ever sub-4 marathon at marathon number 9. Back at the scene of where I had my first sub-4 back in 2012. And then it decided to be 80 degrees plus 100% humidity. Thanks, Savannah. Thanks, Mother Nature. So it ended up turning into how many beer stops and mimosa stops could Joe from run8va.com and I actually produce in the 5 hours that we were out there. It really was one of the toughest race experiences I have had, but one of the most rewarding as well. It really was a mental tough game, and I would not have made it through without Joe. So thank you so much, buddy. That was a good time. And you know, because it's always good to also to be like, yeah, let's run a marathon. We've never actually hung out in person, but we are going to spend the next 5 hours together, and it is going to be amazing, and it was. I got to have some other great experience with bloggers as I went to Runner's World weekend again, which was so much fun. Rock and Roll Brooklyn was a blast. I mean, I have had the pleasure of running all over this great country, and it's something that I would never have expected, that I would want to run a marathon in San Diego, that I would purposely fly there to do that. It's something I never thought possible, but it's something that has really, truly changed my life, being able to celebrate fitness and being healthy enough to do it. And weight-wise, this year has had its highs and its lows. I hit my lowest weight ever of 150 right before the Boston Marathon. I lost 10 pounds while training for Boston this year. And then there's no one to blame but myself. But this fall, I regained 20 pounds and have lost 8 of it. So I'm working my way back. I really did not think that I would enter 2016 in the 160s. But you know what? Again, there's no one to blame but me. Every weight loss journey, as I said, is going to have its ups and downs. So this is just another part where I am going to dig deep. I'm going to learn from it, and it's going to make me a stronger person, as always. And one of the big things was this fall I changed jobs, and now I have a desk job, an office job. It's much different than I've had before. The last time I gained weight after hitting goal was another switch to the office job. So this is going to be my new normal, so I have to learn to adapt and work, and I'm going to make it happen because I'm worth the fight, and I will not fail at this because you don't fail until you stop trying, and I refuse to stop trying. So 2015, my goal for this year was to be more consistent, meaning weight loss wise, fitness wise, and I was. I'm really happy overall looking back at how 2015 went. Not only was it a great running experience, blogging experience, weight loss experience, it was a life experience. My cousin got married this summer. The wife and I got to have, some weekends on the Cape. We got to go to Disneyland and Disney World to earn our Coast to Coast medal that you can see back here. Hey! And overall, I celebrated life and really focused on making sure that I was happy and making sure that I made changes in my life to keep the positive people around and to make sure that I was setting my space up for success, all wise. And that's something where I'm really happy that it turned out the way it did. No matter what, the good happened. And so before we head into 2016, I just want to thank you all for being a part of it, for liking, commenting, saying hi when we're at a race together, asking for a selfie. Thank you, because you push me to be a better person. And I hope, and I really want to make sure that I am doing half that for you. I want to make sure that you're feeling inspired, motivated, knowing that I am in your corner. If you feel like no one else is, I am there. So please remember, you can always reach out to me. I'm here to give a virtual high five to really make sure that you know that you have someone that's pushing for you. So as we head into 2016, please keep sharing your journeys with me. I want to see the races that you've done. I want to hear about your weight loss. I want to be there to offer a word of advice if you feel like you're having a tough time. I am here for you as much as you are here for me. So thank you for that. And let's go into 2016 and remember, always live in the mile that you're in. We'll see you guys in the new year.